Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosin, and in case you've been here before, you are welcome back, my Reggie. So guys, today we're going to be talking on how to be a collective and put together woman. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, before we get right into the video, I'd like to mention, in case you can hear any noise, it's the birds. Whatever noise it is that you can hear, please just pardon me. Yeah, so let's get right into it. The first one is to stop being on top of your voice. Yes, I know we like to shout. I shout sometimes too because sometimes you have to talk from within so that people can hear you. Yeah, that's what we believe, and sometimes it's not the truth. Please reduce your voice. You don't have to shout for people to hear you. Like, reduce your voice. You don't have to be on top of your voice so that people can hear you. One thing about shouting is people just really feel like you don't have manners, because why are you shouting? Because people also feel that when you're on top of your voice you are making noise. That means you're a lousy person, and a collective woman and a put together woman is not a lousy person. So always take your time to speak and don't shout. Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? Most of the times I understand that, even me myself, when I do videos, sometimes my voice is always up a bit, but you unnecessarily shouting because you feel like that is the way that you can pass a message, or that is the way that you can speak, is a no, because that is not the only way that you can speak. Stop being on top of your voice. It just really makes you a lousy woman, to be honest. That's like the word that people used to describe you. You know that woman, that lousy woman would like to dey shout. Yeah. Or they say, no, that girl, that lousy girl, where they always shout for class, or where they always shout on her staff, or where they always shout for office like that. That is, see, it's just normal for human beings. They use something that is not really great about you to describe it. That's like what some people really do. So it's always very important to not be on top of your voice all the time. You don't have to shout to pass your message. Say it nicely, in a normal regular voice tone, sound, level, voice level. Just say whatever it is that you want to say. Don't be a lousy woman. A lousy woman is not a collective and put together woman. Yeah. So before I continue, before people will start to say that, oh, you people are teaching us how to be, how this is myself. This is a video, right? And it's for certain type of people. If you know that this is not your thing, stop watching. If you know that this is not your thing, please, I'm not forcing anything down anybody's throat. And I'm not saying that, so I'm checking my mic, and I'm not saying that, oh, by force by fire, this has you should act as a woman or act as a lady. That is not what I'm saying. But sometimes most of us just want to be an improved person of ourselves. So if you're someone that normally you are used to raising your voice so that people can hear you, if you want to start to be a collective woman, be calming down. Yeah, be calming down, be relaxed when you want to talk, and when you are angry. For me, I'm always on top of my voice when I'm angry, but now I've learned how to be calm. When I'm pissed, I try as much as possible. Like, my subconsciousness is telling me, don't shout, don't shout, don't shout, like literally now. And I don't shout. Normally I'm not someone that shouts on a number. When I'm angry, I can be on top of my voice, but now I'm trying as much as possible. Like, I don't need to be on top of my voice. Sometimes these people are annoying you so that they can get a reaction from you. So things like that. So yeah, a collective woman is not a lousy woman. Yeah. The next one is to always clear your mind. To be a collective woman and a well put together woman is, you are not disorganized, especially in your mind. Now, I understand that sometimes we always have so many things that that's on our mind. I'm not even going to lie. So many things can be on top of our mind, but trust me, when you have your mind cleared, you'll be able to pick those things one after the other. When you have a clear mind, you have a mind that is calm, you'll be able to know how to walk towards those things that you feel like are making your head full. They're making your head full. You have to have a clear mind. This is something that I had to learn to do, because sometimes, trust me, It's not easy. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my mic because I've filmed like this video and the mic did not work. So I'm filming it now. So please just pardon me. And I'm also looking at my notes. So it's always very important to always take things off your mind and have them in your mind, but you need to learn a skill of the fact that I'm thinking so much about this particular thing, and the fact that these things are in my mind is not making me do things properly, is not making me work with a clear head. So you just have to remove things from your mind. I've started tapping into this, and subconsciously I tend to, let me say, forget my problems sometimes. If there's anything like that, I tend to forget some things that I feel like are on my mind. I just tend to not think about it. I Once the thought comes to my head, I brush it off. I've come to know how to brush it off. I brush it off with something else. Or I can pick up my phone and start watching a video. The next few minutes, I've forgotten about what I'm thinking. And to be honest, because I have trained my mind to have a clear mind, because I've understood that if I have a clear mind, I am more productive. I'm calm. Do you understand? And I am put together. But when I don't have a clear mind, I'm always all over the place. Why? Because my mind is not even working the way it's supposed to work. Do you understand? But when my mind is calm, when my mind is clear, when I don't have so much things on my head, so much things in my mind, I am most productive. I am most how would I put this? I am most put together. I know what I want to do next. I'm most collective. So this is like a skill that I had to learn long time ago. I am I know how to clear things away from my mind, because I feel like when I also have like so many things in your mind or in my mind, I kind of get more, anxious. And when you're anxious, sometimes you do certain things that you are not even thinking about. You get, so that is it. You need to always clear your mind to be a collective and a put together one. Clear your mind, whatever it is in your mind. Stop having junks in your mind. If there's anything like that, stop having junks in your mind. Stop having so many things in your mind that you can't even think clearly. You can't even do things clearly. Why? Because you have so much on your mind. Just be calm. Like, be really calm. It's always very important. Be calm and clear your mind. Yeah. The next one is to control your body language. Now, this is one thing that I think I have like a degree in, and that came from the fact that I'm someone who, if you say something and you want to know if what you said makes sense to me, you will know it through my expressions. Like, I know how to give like those expressions, but I have come to master that most of the time people look at your face expression, they look at your body language to know what is in your mind. That's how some people tend to like understand what you have in your mind, because when they say something and the way your body and your face or whatever it is react to whatever it is they say, they can actually guess whatever it is that is in your mind, even when you are saying something different. So when I got to know that, I'm like, okay, I have to master how to, carry my body language, how to work my body language. I had to control my facial expression. Now, this will really help you in, you know, corporate gathering. When your boss is saying something, you are in a meeting and your boss is saying something, and your face is like, you don't want that. When you are in a business meeting and your client is saying something and your body carriage is saying something else, you really don't want that. So you need to master it. As a collective woman, you need to master it. Like, your body language is saying something else, but your mind, in your head, you are saying something else. It was something that I had to master, I had to work on. So now sometimes, except maybe is like a friend or someone I'm close to, or maybe we're just having like a, a pure like conversation. I'm like, okay, this person is my friend. I can just somehow, but some I can just like keep it to myself. But when I'm in a very important gathering, I had a meeting with someone 3 days ago on Saturday or so, and I'm not a corporate body, so I don't really do all this FaceTime meetings and all that. But The person needed a knowledge that I have. So I was connected to the person and he sent me like a link. When I saw the link, I was like, hey, this one link thing. And you know, for me, I it's not like I don't know how to talk to people. I know how to talk to people, but when it comes to like corporate things, I'm not really into it. But I did really good at it, and there were certain things that the guy was saying. One thing I knew that I did so well, even after the meeting, I was like, "Listen, you're good." Was I kept a straight face. I know how to keep a straight face. I kept a straight face. I was very attentive. I was listening, and at the same time I was paying attention to what he was saying. There were some things he was paying attention to that I didn't understand, but I didn't show it in my face. Do you get? I didn't show it in my face. There are some other things that I felt like, oh, I feel like this one, I didn't show it in my face. But when it was time for me to speak, I said those things. Do you understand? So I really just really feel like, you don't need some type of body language instead, like know the place and the time for you to bring out some type of body language. It really just helps you to be a collective woman. It helps you to be put together, because there are certain times you don't need to show this type of face in a meeting gathering, or in a business, meeting. There's so, I don't know how else to put it, but mastering, which is mastering, but getting control of your body language and facial expression. Why is it I'm not getting my English? Controlling your body language and your facial expression goes a very long way as a lady who is trying to be put together and collective. It's very, very important, because it makes people not even know so much about what is in your mind. Honestly, it makes people not be able to read you. So yeah, the next one is to practice delayed gratification. Stroke response. Now, this one is a gift that, if you want to be a collective, calm and put together one, you have to learn. Now, this one I did not know. And not because of I didn't know, it's because personally I used to feel like I like to talk about myself to you guys, so that it doesn't look like I'm just coming here to just read what I researched or anything. Some of these points are really points that I have, experienced and used, and that's what I'm giving to you guys. I used to be someone who doesn't like say my mind so much, and I got to phase of my life where I say anything, if it's my mind, I'll just say it. But now I'm back to knowing what to say and when to say it. Now, delayed gratification and stroke response will really help you in so many ways. During conflict, during a meeting, meeting up with clients, so many things. Because sometimes, whatever answer you say, not even sometimes, whatever answer you say or whatever response you give someone is what determines like a future question or a future action. Do you understand? In a business meeting, someone asks you something, take your time to respond. I like women that are really calm, and I follow most of them. And follow some of them. And one particular person that I really, really like is Anita Browse. I like the way when she talks, it's obvious that she's processing what she's saying in her head before she says it. There's a difference. When you see someone who is just talking from their head, But when Anita Browse talks, there's this channel that she has now that I joined. Nothing much on the channel, she's just like giving like things about herself and everything. But I have come to study her so well that when she speaks, I notice that every time she speaks, she process whatever it is that she wants to say in her head before she says it. Like, you guys should go and try it. I don't know how else to explain it, but there's always this pauseness, there's always this calmness in whatever she's saying. So you already know that whatever she's saying it from her head. She's processing it. As she's processing it, she's saying it. As she's processing it, she's replacing words that doesn't seem to express what she wants to say well. She's like putting another word into it. So delayed gratification is just taking time. When someone asks you simple question, how are you? we're so quick to say, I'm fine, I'm good, and that's it. And meanwhile, the person is really asking, like, how are you, you? Take your time. There's nothing wrong in you pausing. I feel like most of us always feel like, oh, when we pause, when someone asks us something, it means that we don't know what to say. No, it just really means that you want to process whatever it is that you want to say. Like in the meeting I told you guys that I had, this was like a 30 minutes meeting, and the guy spoke for almost like half of the time. I would say maybe like 20 minutes. And what I was doing during that time was I was just listening to him. Do you understand? I was listening to him. I was getting points. I was processing my questions in my head. I didn't have a notepad. I couldn't write anything because I didn't want to miss whatever it is I was saying. So I was listening to him, understanding what he was trying to explain to me, and I was trying to process the questions I had in my head and my own contributions. Do you understand? So sometimes when they ask you something, take your time, pause, think about what you want to say before you say it. And when something happens, take your time to respond. Sometimes you need to respond immediately. I understand that. But take your time to respond because sometimes or most of the time, your first response to things are what people are going to take seriously because they feel like that's what is in your mind and that's what you said. Do you understand? So it's always very important if you want to be a collective calm and a put together woman, you need to always practice delay gratification. I am tapping into it right now, and trust me, I am enjoying it. It just really makes you look collective. It makes you seem put together. It makes you know what you're doing and know whatever it is that you say. So sometimes when things happen, you don't need to react immediately. If it's for you to put your phone down or for you to take a walk for like few minutes for you to process how you want to respond, please do. Please do. It is a very great skill that anybody needs. You don't even have to be a collective man. It's a very great skill. Yeah. The last one is to always be gentle when you speak, not really talk slowly, but most importantly, listen and think about whatever it is that you want to say out of your mouth. It's very important. Think about whatever it is that you want to say and pass that message calmly. Think about whatever it is that you want to say. Don't just open your mouth wow and just say the first thing that comes to your mind or the first thing that comes to your mouth. That's why I say taking a pause is very important. When someone asks you something and you take a pause and think about it, number one is going to help you to know how to respond. It's going to help you to know the things that you want to say by not going off point of what the person has asked you. So sitting down and thinking about what you want to say is a great skill that you need to learn. Think about it. Don't just open your mouth and say, if someone asks you something and you know that it's going to take you a bit of time to get your words right, you just pause. Let's say you're in a meeting and they say, oh, so Tosin, what do you think about what we just said? Now, remember, you were in the meeting. Your mind was not supposed to be wandering. You're supposed to be paying attention. So you've gathered one or two points already, and they ask you, "Tosin, what do you think?" This is what I think. Tosin, what do you think? It's not they actually Tosin, what do you think? I say, okay, so I think, Tosin, what do you think? I think when we take it to when you are calmly, you're speaking calmly, people want to listen to you. To be honest, they really, really want to listen to what you said because they want to like, okay, okay, why did she take 2 seconds to pause? Pausing before you talk is a great skill you need to learn. And as a woman who wants to be collective and put together, it's really, really going to help you. Think about whatever it is that you want to say in your head before you open your mouth and say it. It's very, very important. It speaks a lot about you. Whatever it is that you say out of the mouth speaks a lot about you. So yeah, so guys, come to the end of this video. I hope you really, really enjoyed the video and learned one or two as usual. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I really, really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you've not. Hit the subscribe button and join the family, and share my channel to someone that you feel like needs to join this family. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.